Hey y'all, my name is Sakile Simmons and welcome to my YouTube channel. It has been quite a minute since I have recorded anything or posted anything. Sadly, I don't really have a reason because no excuses. I don't make excuses for myself. My bad, but new year, new me, so I'm gonna do better. In this video, I just wanna talk about my New Year's resolutions, basically, and I don't know, maybe one of my resolutions can become one of your new resolutions. Who knows? We can make this a dialogue. But yeah, let's just jump right in and see how this goes. Back up, before I start my New Year's resolutions, I just wanna say how I had to delete my Twitter for a little bit at the beginning of this year, and it's still deleted off my phone. But like, I just couldn't get over how negative people were being. Like, people were talking about how tragic 2017 was and just how bad it was. And woe is me, life sucks. But 2018 is my year. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like, sure, bad things happen to everyone. I mean, I tore my ACL, partially torn, and my meniscus came off of my bone. I just had knee surgery. And you know, my volleyball career ended prematurely, and I mean, I don't know, I just feel like bad things happen to everyone, but at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, and he's gonna use the good and the bad just to project us into much better things. In 2017, I ended up telling a lot of friends, you know, even though this is happening to you, God has something far greater than you can ever imagine for you. Something that, you know, your wildest dreams are not gonna amount to. And so, with that being said, ladies and gents, things happened in 2017, but don't just cancel out the year, you know, learn from what happened. Be excited about what God has to bring into your life in 2018. So yeah, that's my little spiel about 2017, but on to my resolutions. Resolution number 1. My dear friend Brooke McDermott sent me this YouTube video the other day of this guy just talking about how a lot of times the first thing we do when we wake up is pick up our phone, look at Instagram, look at Facebook, look at the news, all these things. And he was just talking about how we should try not to do that, because when we do that, we are starting off our day being reactive instead of being proactive. And so for my first resolution, I decided that for the first 30 minutes to hour of my day, I'm not gonna look at my phone, so that I can be proactive and just kind of do some things that will kind of better me instead of looking out into the world and like having all this stimuli coming at me first thing in the morning, you know? Kind of leads me into my second resolution, which is to read my Bible more and to just read more in general. So with that, wow, Brooke has just been blessing me this past week of 2018. She sent me a picture of this book, and it's called What on Earth Am I Here For by Rick Warren. And it's kind of it's a 40-day journey. So you're supposed to read one chapter a day and just kind of reflect on what it is it talks about. And this book is basically supposed to tell you, you know, by the end of the book, what you're here for. And I read day 2 today, and so far it's been amazing. I mean, being a college student, senior, going into my last semester, this is an awesome book, because, you know, there are days when I'm like, why am I here? Like, why am I sitting in this class with this professor reading off of a PowerPoint to me, you know, when I could just do that at home? Why am I sitting in the classroom when I could be at the beach tanning? So those are just a few of my things that go through my mind every day while I'm at school. With this, at the end of every chapter, there is a question for you to kind of ponder throughout your day. And so I made the decision to get my journal and write the question down and just answer the question. Because I don't know, personally I think journaling is a great thing because it just gives you the opportunity to kind of structure your thoughts and just kind of get them all out on paper. You can use it for venting, just all kinds of things. So yeah, journaling, reading. Since it's a Christian book, it does have verses in it at the end of each chapter, so that goes along with my reading the Bible more. I look at the scripture that he put in the book, and then I go to the Bible and read the whole chapter that scripture is in. So that has been amazing. So resolution number 3 is more positive self-talk. Quite frankly, the past few years, mostly while I've been in college, I've been sucking at it. I think that just being in college, trying to figure out what it is you're doing with your life, having to compete with all these people for grades and playing volleyball, playing a sport, it's just a lot. You have a lot of things to deal with mentally, physically, emotionally, and I think that a lot of times I allowed all these things to just kind of overwhelm me. I remember calling my mom up so many times, freaking bawling, telling her how overwhelmed I am, and a lot of that had to do with just how I was talking to myself. Maybe you can't do it, maybe this wasn't meant for you, why the heck do I have to do this, I don't want to do this, all those things. And it just doesn't help the situation. So this year I plan on just being more positive, and part of that is this document. It's called 2018 Sermon to Myself. I actually got this document from my pastor one day in one of my feeling overwhelmed moments. I hit him up. I was like, yo, do you have any scriptures or stories, just anything that you can give me that can kind of help me understand what God says about me? I've found in myself that if we don't know what God says about us in the Bible, then we don't really know how to feel about ourselves. So this document is the first thing that I do when I wake up, and then I go on to read my book and journal and read the Bible. So all of this is part of my morning routine. So positive self-talk is, I believe, is just gonna help me just be more positive this year, be more happy. Knowing what God says about me is just gonna, I feel like, brighten everything. Resolution number 4 is being more proactive in all things life. So I think a lot of people have a problem with procrastination. Me, I have a terrible problem with procrastination. Why? I couldn't tell you. I mean, obviously it's a learned behavior, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna be more proactive this year. We should all be more proactive this year. So I plan on being more proactive in school when it comes to studying, my study habits, because Lord knows those have been a travesty. So yeah, my study habits, my eating habits. I can't work out how I want to right now because of this knee. So, I can't be scarfing down 3 Chick-fil-A number 1s, with a large fry and a large Arnold Palmer with 1 barbecue sauce and 3 Chick-fil-A sauces. I can't be doing that, So I think that I just want to be more proactive in everything. School, how I'm eating, just all things life. Resolution number 5. And this is my last resolution. And I think probably my most important resolution is to surrender everything to God. And when I say that, it's just basically knowing that He has everything under control. And in this 2018 Sermon to Myself document, the last portion is just a list of things that I plan on surrendering this year. So, for example, I surrender my timing, I surrender my thoughts, and I surrender my expectations and other people's expectations of me. So just knowing that, in times when I'm feeling anxious, in times when I'm feeling overwhelmed, in times when, I'm happy, just knowing that God has everything under control, and I surrender everything that I think is going to happen in my life just to Him, because at the end of the day, I was created by Him and for Him. So I have to know that it's all going to work out. Everything's going to work out. I'm going to be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all going to work out at the end of the day. So, yes, I'm surrendering it all to God. I have to. Because otherwise, I'm just going to always be anxious, have anxiety, be mad. How could they do this to me? But yeah, those are my 5 New Year's resolutions. Personally, if I could give you advice on which one of these to take up, I obviously would do the 5th one first, which is surrendering everything to God. I think it'll just make life so much easier. Just a weight lifted off. I really recommend the whole not using your phone when you first wake up. I've only been doing it for 2 days and it's been amazing. Like, I wake up, read my sermon to myself, read my book, journal a little bit. It just makes you feel more ready to go into the day. You know how, like, when you go to church on a Sunday or you go to the Bible study, whatever day of the week you do that, and you leave feeling energized and just ready for the rest of the week? That's really how I feel when I do these things every month. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on the gram. You can follow me on the Snapchat. Oh my heck, that was a B. Whew. Follow me on the gram, follow me on the Snapchat, on Twitter, Facebook. My name is Keeley Simmons, and yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Hope you have a great year.